ended up at Gatsby's. And I mean everyone, from every walk of life, from every corner of New York City. This kaleidoscopic carnival spilled through Gatsby's door. My invitation.
Hello everyone, I am here to analyze the Gatsby movie and I want to focus in particular on the influence that the World War I has on it. Well, as you should know, with the end of the World War I began a decade in which the Western world celebrated the mere fact of being alive. For many of the neo-rich who lived in the post-war period of World War I, materialism and immortality were the crux of the matter. The female wardrobe, after 4 years of war, was ready to be fed as ostentatiously as possible. In addition, the factor of self-sufficiency had to be added. Women workers already refused to give up their freedom during difficult times, when men had to go to the front. So, the cause of the Roaring Twenties was the war. Without the war, the film would not have been focused in this way. The truth is thought that only appears once, and this is when Daisy receives a letter. Let's watch a video. This is a Daisy flashback. As you may know, Scott Fitzgerald is the author of The Great Gatsby. We can say that the film is inspired by his life because he was rejected as a pretender for his lack of financial prospects, so he joined the United States Army. He was stationed in Alabama, where he met Zelda Sayre, a beautiful 17-year-old woman. Zelda agreed to marry him, but her parents ended their engagement until she could prove financially successful. So we can say that Scott is similar to Jay Gatsby in that he fell in love while a military officer stationed far from home and then sought success to prove himself to the woman he loved. But Daisy was already with another man. So, even the war doesn't appear explicit in the film, it is which drives the characters to be as they are. So everything seemed possible. It was time to dance. Money, success and fame were at hand, just mixing the right doses of courage. And the excesses were part of the itinerary that had to be crossed to certify that the bliss had been reached.
I rang, I wrote, I implored, but not a single one of the sparkling hundreds that enjoyed his hospitality attended the funeral. And from Daisy, not even a flower. I was all he had, the only one who cared. After Gatsby's death, New York was haunted for me. That city, my once golden, shimmering mirage, now made me sick. On my last night in New York,
as we can see in the final scenes, the crash of Wall Street have affected everyone, including the richest man in the USA. A decadence started and the poverty increased. The main investors became bankrupt.
I returned to that huge, incoherent house once more. Wolfsheim's associates had cleaned it out.
In that time, wealthy people knew that their money will shield them from ever having to face any negative consequences.
Marty's hoping she'd wander in one night.
It's like an amusement park.
How do you like her all alone?
She makes it look so splendid, don't you think, old spoon?
Music, and then we can dance all night.
In the end, then, both Gatsby and America are tragic because they remain trapped in an old dream that has not and may never become a reality.
I wish it could always be like this.
It will be.
I remembered how we had all come to Gatsby's and guessed at his corruption, while he stood before us, concealing an incorruptible dream.
It's perfect. From your perfect, irresistible imagination.
The moon rose higher, and as I stood there brooding on the old, unknown world, I thought of Gatsby's wonder when he first picked out the green light at the end of Daisy's dock. Such a long way, and his dream must have seemed so close that he could hardly fail to grasp it. But he did not know that it was already behind him. Gatsby believed in the green light, the orgastic future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then.
Finally, say that wealthy people like Tom were the careless spenders who always let money to solve everything about bad circumstances, and the 1920s were the time when those people created the overheated economy. That was a stock market bubble created by them.